All right. Yeah. Oh, I should actually check it on the. Fuck. All right. Oh, I haven't. I muted the. Oops. And going on for. Okay, it is synchronized. Okay. I just needed to flip the mic over. And I think it's time to commence. Yeah. So, we still have a bunch of time, so I'll go. Yeah, we have food, and I shall now continue with my project of mining out the stuff down there. The question is whether or not I should get myself some armor. Nah, I can wait for that. But I should get the food cooked down here. I would actually, I'll just put some. Alright, there's a bunch of things that needs to be done today. I need to dig out even further on the mob farm so I could get that going. And I need to. What else is there? I need to go and. Alright, I guess we could talk about drafleon again. Okay, what should I talk about? Should I talk about maybe I should talk about the new Hamburg. If actually, let's talk about what happened when they where we last left off. I haven't checked with my notes again, but as far as I remember, what happens is that after this rifle is encountered and it picks up the weapon, the guy runs away, and the other soldiers, they try to come and support the person, but they can't see the creature anymore. And so they continue back to base. They stand there. Later, and then comes the creature again. And it this time it's not hiding in the shadow, it's just walking out from a shrubbery. and eyeing them up. It also holds the rifle man had, and the creature kinda janks it so a bullet comes out of it. He yanks it, so a bullet comes out of it, and he goes over and lays it on the ground and rolls it towards the humans, also throwing the rifle onto the ground. And that is kind of where the first interaction is. Now, there is also the process where they have to communicate, but that primarily happens by the like the second head of the that appeared from the creature. It kind of appears that it's actually a rat-like creature. Like, it's a rat isn't that big. It's like maybe a hand in size, but this one is kind of going into your forearm, like from your fingers to your elbow, and it kind of just skithers ahead. It eyes up the humans, and then it tries to. And then once it approaches, then it makes a gesture, and that's all it does. It makes a gesture, and nothing else. They don't really follow. Then it makes another gesture and goes away. Then it comes back, and then it makes the same gesture again. This time they do pick up on it, and they take like the hand up to like a non-mobile wave. Like, it's not the wave where you kind of shake it around. It's just like you acknowledge that you have noticed them, and then it makes the same gesture, the same gesture as when it left, and waits for the leader, the captain, to respond, and they wave their hand then. And like, they don't wave it like up in the air. They like just take it slightly up and then just wave it back and forth or to the sides. And from there, that is effectively the tactic in which the creature uses to try and communicate with the humans, or establish a sort of like common language through using things that are recognizable as things you would do. For example, greeting someone, and then kind of working from there to establish something. It also from there tries to convert that into spelling. Like, it first does the wave, and then it says the word that like represents hello, and then it uses the word that represents farewell, and then tries to reverse engineer to like, so the humans can like get an idea of the language and like the alphabet. The problem is that these creatures use the drafleon language. In the drafleon language, there every single sound corresponds to some sort of thing. For example, K, the letter K, sound K, reference life, or was it strength? No, T let's just take T because I will remember that. T represents strength, power, such, and I'm pretty sure K stands for life, plants, and that sort of thing. It might also be that's H. X stands for evil, damage, destruction, and death. I'm pretty sure. Pretty certain it also stands for death. No, that's S. S stands for death. And Z stands for enigma. That is for things that can't really be described. But anyways, they that is not how the human language works, because they work with Latin at this point. So therefore, there's a bit of miscommunication there. It's a little easier for the captain because she is, after all, you would think it would be easier for the captain because she is technically a Jew, but the problem is that she was raised by non-Jews, so she has no connection with her primary language. Nonetheless, they eventually managed to hammer out a language, a way to communicate, at least to some degree. And also they take some objects to like trying to represent like some common objects, like for example a rock, saying what that is, and they pick up a stick, saying what that is. Now it's very lucky that both of their worlds have sticks and rocks. Like rocks they probably have, but sticks, that's not a given. Which is why when they kind of break open a, when they kind of peel off some bark or like show an exposed tree, then there's a bit of confusion because the humans think that they're referring to wood, but they're actually referring to flesh. Because the trees have flesh. There's also, so that means that at some point the humans hear that we don't eat wood. That actually comes to play later on, I actually realize. Because that might actually be a misunderstanding from the human side. Because one of the key details about this world is that most creatures don't really reproduce that frequently. They're not designed to reproduce frequently. It's only on a necessary basis. Unlike humanity, which just reproduce exponentially. So therefore humanity has to adapt a lot to fit into this new world, because it's not a very big world. It can like house 1 million people, maybe? Which means that in the future there'll be problems of overpopulation. But that is a story for another time. For now, humanity has been identified and they have some sort of language that they can communicate with. And did I just hear a creeper there? Please no. I'm already a little scared. But nonetheless, the drafles they take and just leave for now. They also, yeah, they aren't really able to communicate that they should probably not be on the surface. But they did go inside of the vessel, one of them, graphic, and he takes some measurements with a meter. Also, at some point there are some Geiger counters or like some warnings that the player rapidly like panic. The light turns, suddenly just goes out for a moment because he wants to test where there's radioactive waves passing through the hull. And he finds it to be an acceptable amount for the time being. He is unaware that they cannot regenerate their genetic composition, but even if they couldn't, which he had accounted for, he knows that they will manage. It won't do that much for the first few months or for the first few days until they are prepared somewhere they can actually stay. Yeah, that's also a tactical move because actually no, it's not a tactical move because they didn't even consider that the humans might find them taking them to another place as some sort of kidnapping. But they didn't take them to somewhere else because practically speaking, they don't have anywhere to put them yet. They'll return in a few days to actually inform them where they should go and stay. And providing them with the technologies that they need to repel this radioactive waves of the night. Because that's the thing, not even the graphics can survive at night with the amount of radiation coursing out from the darkspawn. Therefore, they invented a technology that will repel the radioactive waves. It is effectively a blanket of darkness that just reflects all magnetic waves. Every single part of the spectrum, it just throws it away. That means it's effectively you can't see through it at all. This also has a, however, for the fourth dimension, actually I'm a little uncertain if it can in the fourth dimension. I think at some point it might be able to, but haven't actually thought of that. Probably return to the writing to my writing document and figure out what are the implications of it being able to block the fourth dimension. Because that would mean that the drafles could shoot through it to the humans, but not the other way around. At least not without not knowing where they are supposed to aim. Meanwhile, the drafles would know where to aim because they can see humanity with the fourth dimension. There's also the fact that the graphics at this point are not that familiar with the fourth dimension. Well, they know it's there and they're running vigorous tests on trying to access it. But like the whole process of decoding what makes the drafles so special, it is a long process. In fact, it is only solved at the end of the series. I should probably not have said that, but nah. Actually, yes, I should have said that. Like, it's only at the end of the series that they actually managed to decode, and now I have two questions too. It's only at the end that they managed to decode the drafleon factor. There was again a creeper. I should probably have the meat on me. Man, they sound like Popper. They sound like Poppy. You should probably take cover. Sorry, that is not how Poppy sounds. Regardless, yeah, that's basically the start. So humanity, they settle in for the first night. There's also the fact that they are among trees. Therefore, most of them are protected by the elements. Because the trees are genetically modified to be able to regenerate through the radioactive waves by the fact that their leaves, their crown leaves, can reject most of the radiation and absorb some of it. Not fully though. After all, the graphics are masters of third dimension. They are the masters of physics, and because they can feel and see the third dimension, they have a very good understanding of how it functions. It's the fourth dimension that they cannot see or observe anything, and it's hard to measure or practice seeing a dimension you cannot see. And it doesn't either help that the level of mechanical and the physics level they're working on is beyond the drafles' ability to understand. Like, the drafles are not stupid. They have in the past been some great craftsmen of different things, different weaponry and such, but they have never really had the need to research how the world functions. It's just kind of know-how. Make a diamond pickaxe. This pickaxe has to last the entire process. It has to last for a very long time. I'm gonna use it sparingly. Regardless, the one here. Nope. But yeah, it is way beyond the graphics. What the graphics are copying there, what the graphics are actually doing. Therefore, they just simply allow them to do what they do. After all, when the graphics came, they invented something that changed the entire course war they had, so that they actually managed to survive and at some point push back their opponents. Actually, immediately push back their opponents, bolster their number. So therefore, they owe the graphics a lot, and likewise does the graphics with the drafles a lot, because it is this planet here. It's the fact that they can be on this planet that ensured that their species could survive, because their home planet was it, or at least they lost contact with it. They had quantumly entangled objects from their home world that could be used to like communicate with. And at some point it just went berserk and killed everyone in the room. That everyone inside the room just got shredded by this object. And from then on out, the object was, well, dormant. It just stood still in the corner, doing nothing. And it has since been hidden away into a vault. Oh. 1 second. But yep, now I'm back. What was I even talking about? I don't remember. Oh, that's neat. Hang on, I need to check something. Let me just in the room, that everyone inside the room just, and from then on, but 1 second. But it has since been hidden away into a vault. Oh. 1 second. But all right, excellent. Just needed to written. Yeah, I gotta say it doesn't sound like it's that good of quality. Oh wait, hang on. Yes, it's still recording. Let me just check. Is it actually sounding alright? But All right, excellent. Just needed to certain. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like a diamond pickaxe. Oh wait, this pickaxe has to last the entire process. Alright, I just realized. Okay, there might be some echo, but I just realized I need to be a lot closer to the mic so it's actually clear what I'm saying. I'm uncertain how much has actually been able to be heard. So, yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully for now, it will be fine. The good thing is no one has heard been here for the streams, except for that one guy. He was there for quite a long time. Thanks for that. But for now, I will start being a lot closer to the mic. Actually, the mic should be closer to me. That's probably a better idea. Yeah. Just need to pick through all of this, and I actually don't know what exactly I'm doing here. Yes, I do. It's a joke. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up a base, like a underground base floor. I can also do some boat testing here. So it's not completely wasted, but then on top of it shall be the mob farm. And then around it should be the staircase. So then I can, you know, crap. I think I've broken 2 blocks that I was supposed to with this pickaxe. Entirely good. Bam, 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 bam. Do boom, boom. Now we dig. We dig, 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 dig. As you can see over here, that is a little experiment with where I can go. I think I'm gonna keep these lava pools because by keeping them, I lost another one. Rep. Rep. There's like lava under this dirt. I do not feel comfortable. Oh, I almost broke it with that pickaxe. I could try to do this. That's too hard. Can't do that. We just use the trusty old stone pick. Okay, I can't do it. It's gonna take a lot of practice. Oh. Hello? I did not realize I opened a gateway to this. Hello? Any kids here? Oh. No kids. Okay. Well, that's good to know there's no kids in here. It's probably the creeper probably just killed us up. No, actually, the creeper's probably on top of me. but I don't know where. Probably just humping a wall. Broke another stone. Alright. We have a lava pool here. That's good. Okay. False alarm. This is just gonna make the mining phase easier. Yep. Actually, I have a better idea for what I do with the mic. I take this ridiculously sized study book, and I use that to put on top. And that way, it's closer to my face. This pillow places it here. And now, it should be good. Yeah. That's a good setup. That's a great setup. The only issue is my neck, but you know what? Then I can train my neck. Perhaps it'll be as strong as Puppy, the keeper of the hammer, at some point. Alright, so... yeah. Man, that book is giving me trauma. It's not actually giving me trauma, but... it's like, there have been a lot of courses I've had over the years, but never have I failed one except for that particular one. Oh my goodness, it is exhausting. What was I talking about with drafleon? I can't even remember. There's something about oh right, the quantum entanglement of that one particular element which then shredded everyone. Yeah, effectively they determined that something must have happened on the other end because they stopped giving their hourly reports, and they never they both missed the hourly reports. They can't draw from the database anymore, and there's no response whenever they try to reach out. So therefore, the homeland is assumed to be destroyed. And that was also the thing that connected all the other colonies. Even though the other colonies weren't really established yet, there's still ships floating in space towards their destination. So, humanity... so the graphics are kinda alone and everything. And also the other colonies are likely doomed because the fact that they have lost connection to their main vessel means that they can't terraform once they reach their destination. They can try to figure out how to terraform in a short amount of time, but the chances of that are slim. And there's only so much a rat can do. Because the thing is, it did take them 100 years to start going into space, like to invent space travel. And that was for their optimal conditions on their planet, home planet. There weren't any predators, there weren't opponents, it was just them alone, like grabbing David. It's just them on their planet extracting resources. They also had to grow their food in a way, and actually for some reason, whenever a Rafik is consumed by another creature, then whatever creature ate it will start to decay, and they will spread it as a disease. It effectively is that decomposing a Rafik, like breaking it down for its elements, will release a certain toxic that is innate to them, which will basically just liquefy anything over time. If a fact about the drafels is that they are actually immune to diseases, because whenever there comes a foreign bacteria into their body, then their elemental powers can just simply fry whatever that alien object is, to the point where it just gets destroyed. So therefore, you can't really make a drafel sick. However, because this poison is so potent and multiplies so rapidly, they can't actually break it down before it spreads throughout the entire body and makes it wither. And actually, they will expend so much energy killing this foreign object that they will just die, and then they will liquefy. So therefore, it's a very dangerous toxin that they are possessing, the Raffics, and therefore no Raffic is to be killed or consumed. But you can still kill them, it's just you cannot consume them and break them down. Which is a little difficult, but it is manageable. It is difficult not to break them down by killing them, at least in melee. With shots, by firing shots, you can actually still incur that they don't really break down. It just rips a hole in them and then they're dead. But regardless, that is also a thing to consider. But anyways, with the home planet destroyed, then Drafleon is their primary place, and also listening to the plans of the Drafels, then they also see it as the best option, that should be their new home, because this world, unlike any other, has an answer to the heat death of the universe. Because let's talk a little about the Drafels' powers. Let's take, for instance, the Drafel Iceborne. An Iceborne can take any thermal energy within his thermal energy from anywhere in the world and extract it, and then take that thermal energy and put it into himself. Now, he cannot take his own thermal energy and apply elsewhere. He has to physically get it out of himself. Well, technically, it is also physically he takes it into his own body, because there's like a fourth dimensional limb that reaches out, grabs hold of whatever object it is, and it just sucks out the thermal energy from them. Like every single motion of the atoms will collide with whatever object it is. And then the, damn it. And then the ripples will traverse the entire limb's length, all the way up until it hits the body, in which it will disperse itself inside the body. Or at least from the point of contact. Now, the thing is that the limb is actually connected to the entire body of the Drafel, the Iceborne. But as we'll see with the main character, it is actually only the part of the body that has elemental powers. Because the main character is special, because he's actually without an element except for his arm, because his arm is, or his hand is, of elemental power. So therefore, all the other body parts of him, yeah, they don't have an elemental strength. But Dam does. That is both a curse and a blessing, but we'll see that eventually. Regardless, this means that this Drafel can take any heat. What? What? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I am so dead. Hopping, damn it. Oh, my God. Did you see that? Oh, my God. I didn't even touch the lava. I touched the block next to the lava, but left thing, so that makes sense. Oh my goodness, I am... Ah! There's also some cows there, but I need to get my stuff first. So I think it's over here. Yeah, there's the clay. It's over here. I'll just put another boat there so we can see it in the future. I should just put some wood instead of a boat, but... yeah, that's great, but... anyways, he can take any thermal energy, and this means that if ever there are two places that have an equilibrium, he can take the thermal energy from one object and like extract it so that it becomes very cold, and then he can touch the other object so it becomes, and then he can like take his hand like in a third dimension and just hold on to the third object and transfer slowly, of course, the heat over to that object, effectively meaning that he can revert the heat death of the universe. Like it is a... you would probably not do it like that. You would probably do it in a different way. For example, have a graphene club or a very thermal conductive club, and then you would extract heat from one object so it's like really cold, and then you would hold on to whatever object it is. It will transfer. You will transfer its heat to that, and then that object will transfer its heat to whatever you seek it to, heat up. Yeah, that is what you would usually do, or something entirely different. That's what the graphics are trying to figure out. How do you take and decode the drafle in order to apply it elsewhere? But yeah, that is the basic idea of the drafles, and that means they can prevent the heat death of the universe. So the graphics are really intrigued by the proposition that the drafle poses. Or, well, the implications of the drafle's existence. And so, they've done a lot of research, and they prefer to stay on drafleon until they have answered. And even after they have answered the questions, it's just that they might also expand abroad once they have solved the equation, so as to perhaps make the entire galaxy habitable. For what purpose, we do not know, but nonetheless, that's what they seek to do. Because they are set on achieving, on like unlocking the secrets of the universe. Like to catalog how does it function. That is their primary goal. Alright. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Right over here. There it is. Let's take the diamond first, the gold. I think this is a call for me to put the diamonds in here. And the iron. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that is a significant amount. Oh dear me. The question is, do I make myself able to survive that situation? I think I should. I should give myself some steak or pork. Not bacon, pork. Pork. Pork is good. It can be some nasty diseases in it, but it's good. What was I talking about before? The whole graphic trying to solve the heat death of the universe. I really cannot remember. Also, there's like 15 minutes till I stop. Then I have to go to bed. Maybe a bunch of silence could be fine. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm also starting to get a little tired. And my head is bobbing right now. Alright. Alright, I also need to beat a monster after this. Like a 9-star beast. I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds every day. And I am getting those decorations, those talisman. Not the decorations. The decorations that I will never get a critical level 3 talisman, but I will get a decoration that gives me a critical 5. That's what I'm gonna do. I got one that gives me attack 3 and defense 4. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna get the critical one. Oh, I'm gonna be great once you get it. Okay, I might actually have to cut this short because I am. If I need to beat that 9-star monster, I also need to. Oh. Actually, wait, it's also hitting midnight soon. It's probably in Japan that it starts resetting. Oh. I'm gonna. Damn, I'm getting all of this. I'm so bloody tired. Like, maybe it's my glasses. Oh wait, I know what it is. It's heat. Oh, heat. All right. Now with the cold air, it should be a little better. Yeah, I can already feel it's a bit better. Yeah, it's getting better. Just keep myself awake for a. It is pretty chilly though. Very chilly. Aha, gotcha. You little git before you could get me. In fact, we're gonna put you up here. That's right. You're now stuck in the crafting table. Doing crafting slot. So good luck getting out of there. Good luck getting out of that one. Oh, I think that's enough. Go down. Oh my goodness. Just move that a little. Hey, that was nasty. Oh. There. I heard that. I do not trust gravel. So here. Crap. Oh my god, I don't like this. I don't like gravel. Can you grab off? Can you please grab off? Well, I don't want to step on you. This looks good enough to me. Huh. Strange. Yeah, it should be over here. Oh, I think I hit something. I can't tell. It is choppy. It is choppy. I can't tell where though. Oh my god. This place needs to be wider. It's like here it doesn't look choppy. It's not choppy. Wait, is it specific to how? Oh, once it touches the wall, it's choppy. See. That is really strange. Learn something every time you play Alpha Minecraft. That's what it does. Alpha Minecraft teaches us everything. I should turn the lights on. No. One last big experiment. Oh, it's all of a sudden better. No. Like a bear or something. Okay. I don't know how to rationalize that sound. It's anything but that. Not just another. Not. Maybe this is a good time to take one more chest. Boom. Bam. Wait a minute. Oh, I turned music off. Alright. This is the end. Alright. I think I'll be heading off now. So, I